Hello, hello. I should be all set here. As you can tell from the title, we are returning to a monkey. I just get bored with the other races for people who wonder, like, why I do any of the stuff I do. There we go. This should be all set as I fuck my whole desk up here. They just bore me. I love the humans, and I kind of wanted to at least get some of the main titles with them. So now that I'm done with that, I'm back again here, and we're gonna be playing as the humans. And I don't really know what I'm gonna do with them this time, but we're probably gonna do some fun stuff here. Mainly start by building a road, and also we're probably gonna want to have a hearth. A little bit of a hearth here. But this is more going to be a chill time stream for people who have questions or just want to hang out and talk shit. Because I haven't, I've been doing a bunch of shit at home, so I'm kind of like out of it. Anyways, we're going to have these guys wild harvest all of this stuff over here. They don't really care for vegetables, so we're not going to go waste our time on that. There's opiates far to the northwest. Mushrooms right here. That's a lot of mushrooms. Alright, so we're pretty good for food. We're just gonna do the strat of building up here. So start by getting a warehouse down. Probably something like that. I intend to destroy half the city anyways, over time. I hope people are doing well. I know it's been a couple days or a day since I streamed recently. I intend to do a little less just so I can get some stuff done, and then probably more over time, you know. Sometimes it's more important to get your life sorted and then do that shit after. So we're gonna put one person into collecting up mushrooms, fruit. We'll store the excess materials. We've got grain, so we could store that. We're gonna have some herbs here. It's 10 crates already storage, or 10 crates available, I should say. What I do want to make is a grain farm. Just a little one. Kind of like 2 people. Yeah, exactly, 17. And then we'll do the same for an Enteldome pasture right next to that. Hopefully it's about 3 workers. It's not gonna be super productive, but it's okay. We just want to produce more materials. Let's dismantle that. Should have probably put the hearth back a bit. We'll put that there instead. I'm gonna do one thing. That way I can put fences kind of right around it. And I have to cut some of these trees down. And it's also important to have, surprisingly, you need to have a well in the summertime or they could die. So probably put that right here, and then we want to put a few houses kind of right here. Give them somewhere to live. Have their homes go around the well like this. And just kind of fill it in. And what I need to focus on doing is, I also need to build a janitor. Putting in lights. So what we could do is put that there. Kind of spread it like that, and then I feel like having that there would probably be the best idea, and then I can do this. That way it's organized nicely. What I do need to do is put the janitor. One thing I typically do is build small janitors, but I kind of want to build a decent sized one for later. And this building will get transferred over to the materials used for it. Yeah, I thought we'd need some more space. I think we could, let's see. We'll just leave it like that for now. And then a door to there. Then we want to put some trees in. Nice. So we have a little grain farm. Little Enfield pasture. None of them are adults yet. We do have some fruit. So people are happy. One thing I do want to have them do is actually harvest this as well. We're just going to build a quaint little town here. Little town. So this is till. We want some alluvium. I don't think I chose a map with very good alluvium. There is some right there. What about that? That's rich. So alluvium you can actually just build onto. So we'll build this like that. Then we're going to put a hearth here so that people walking here can get access to it along the way. Now we have only one laborer left. 3 of them here, 3 of them here. 1 here, 2 there. We'll go for an auto 21 because I think with the random harvests I'm doing here, you technically don't even need to do this, but I'm just doing it for fun, just for the aesthetic of it. I wish this stuff would get fixed. That'd be nice. And we're gonna do a straight human city, so it's all gonna be humans. This will be for those human fans out there like me. So we have our alluvium right here. What we need to do is build a carpenter over here. This should be good. Yeah, okay. Then we'll connect here. There's going to be a double layer. I wish you could build double layers to like the actual building itself. Or just expand how many walls you need. And then this whole area behind it is going to be like noisy anyway, so we'll just wait. Or seems pretty good. Did I lose it because of that guy? Oh, I think it's because of that. Well, I could do that for sure. Put it to storage. And then what's going to happen is we'll put logistics buildings right here. Just so the noise doesn't get to it. It will affect them. Pretty sure the humans don't like noise. Let me triple check before I waste all my time doing this. Yeah. And they prefer lighting, but that's a little bit more complex. Ideally, early on, we get a stone mine, which is up here, and some wood cutting going on here. And then, cooking with gas. But we're gonna start making our own babies. Try to do it that way. Speaking of which, let's also plant a fruit orchard. Actually, you know what? Not fruit orchard, because technically our boys are not as good at it, and also we don't have a lot of alluvium, so we'd be better off just doing this. No, I didn't read. Oh yeah, I guess yes, you're right, but I do this frequently. I get really bored with any race that's not human or human in this game, so I had to. I just like, I get drawn so far out by the way that the other races play. I do it in, I think, every single playthrough I've ever had with bugs. I get to like somewhere between 1,500 and 3,000, and I'm just like, and I actually die from the boredom. No problem, Bronco. Welcome. I always appreciate new viewers. You're my bread and butter. I'm just kidding. But, yeah, no, that's just my style of play. I'm always at the beginning. I like this part of the game the most, because you get to do these cute little designs and like really put thought into like what is happening, and everything is important on a small level. Speaking of which, how are we doing over here? Pretty good. We might need a couple extra workers for some odd jobs, but it looks like they got all that stone work done there. That's good. Oh, you want to make sure that when you have a religion, good thing you reminded me, you have to go to the right-click this, whatever their tab is, and go to religion, and then just take off all the religions you don't want them to have. I think in this one, humans do like a minion. I'm pretty sure. No, they have a borderline non-care rate for all religions. A minion will give me submission, but I do not really think I care about slaves. I do have raids up in this game, so I should be getting raided more often. Authorism is just so good. Because it literally gives you a boost to universities, too. Alright, you guys get the shitty green religion. But yeah, you have to just make sure you select only one religion. You can't have multiple. Even if they all like different religions, you have to just go with the one. There may be mods that change that, though. No, doesn't fit perfectly. Matter of fact, kind of want to put that there. And also, we are going to need some kind of distribution center soon. They live there. Sorry, I got something in my eye. So, why not we turn this into... Yeah, hell yeah, brother. I cannot argue with anything you just said there. In fact, I support it thoroughly. Vanilla gamers stand up. Eyes together. I can't play non-vanilla unless it's like vanilla flavored. You know, it has to have like a slight tinge of vanilla-ness to it. No. Are you fucking with me? Well, at this point, I'm just gonna put... Oh wait, now there's that there. So that's 108, 48 services. Not bad. I'll probably never ever get that many, but I do want to actually... It's gonna bother me. There we go. Yeah, no, vanilla's the way to go in my opinion. Especially 6. Let's throw some fruit. Meat. No rations, we'll store those elsewhere. Bread. And that should be... Oh wait, mushrooms too. Gathering those. Oh wait, no. Wrong building. It's this building that needs that. It's okay. I'll fix that later. But I will give them wood. Because that's technically what he's supposed to have. Yeah. Probably 2 guys doing this right now. The idea is I'm building a little larger so that I can add a couple guys later in case it's getting populated. But I'm gonna try to go for like straight native start. Had to get the 21 obviously though. Alright, we could probably cancel some of those jobs. So hopefully they have enough wood to finish this. We are producing plenty of food. This is great. Let's turn off eating rations. Access rations. It did get... Oh, you know why? It's because I copied. I was like, what the fuck? Okay. We don't have bread yet, but we'll have space for it later. That way we can drop this out of here. And same with that. His job will just be to collect the goods. The main goods. And then you... Actually, you know what? That's not a bad idea, because it's right there. The storage for it. Drop this. Drop that. Okay. Oh yeah. Give ourselves some storage for furniture. And I'm not going to build the whole wall back because it's not really necessary, but I will do that. That way it's kind of blocked. Let's check just to be sure. Not too bad. Alright, and then we'll put a well. I don't really want to take all of their fruit spots from them. And it might be time we get... Nah, speaker will wait for. So we have tons of materials here. We got a few too many guys here. See, I like that though. One woodcutter can produce, or actually, sorry, you need two of them. Two woodcutters can produce enough for the 3 or 4 or 3 guys here at the carpenter. And even then, honestly, yeah, we'll just keep them at that. That way, because the wood we have stored, we can just cut more extra. We can get that extra labor. Now what we need to do is actually get these guys to get this. And to encourage that, we have to build up this way anyways. Because we're going to build a stone mine. Which is... Where the fuck is the stone? Oh, wow. Jesus. Pretty far. But my intention is to harvest the herbs and then bring them over. So hopefully we can get some people to live over here. Actually, you know what? Even better. We'll put a apartment. That way they don't need shit. And all I want to have is a little hearth next to them. And a well. That way they... Oh, nice. Look how fast those guys go. We might go up a few more people. Just to get this going. We're also going to need a little bit more housing. Should be right. Benches are our service, so let's put one of those in. Actually, I kind of want to adjust the well size now to that. It's not ideal to have wells in the center of areas like this anyways. But ideally, as humans, we're gonna try to get to like military stage and then domination stage. like as fast as possible. So we don't have to deal with none of that nonsense. More trees. This isn't a main road anyways. We have to actually like design a real road. Also, we're done. Technically, we did get enough of the fabric there. Or not fabric, cotton for fabric. I don't know if I want to build a little farm for it or not though. Might save me the trip. Oh shit, never mind. So we go to Weaver. Oh yeah, we need to make sure there's space for the noise reduction here. And then we only really need just the one loom. Because this is just for production. Most people would probably buy this. I'm not gonna do that. Kind of made it a little too long. There we go. What race are you playing, by the way, Brown Coyote? Because depending on what race you are, it can be very tough. They aren't all built equal. I also want to make a tiny baker for this same style of building here. Oh, nice. Seems like a lot of people watch me study too, but that's honestly a good thing. I'd rather be listened to than studied to. I imagine that's a good thing. I was once a studier of knowledge, an acquirer of knowledge. No longer. Humans are... they're a bitch, I'll tell you. Unless you know the ration strap, but if you follow the kind of shit that I'm doing here, you'll have a good time. You don't even have to do it to a T, but you have to kind of do a little bit of what I'm doing, which is going baker. I've got like infinite supply. I don't really like going out there and, you know, picking it myself and doing all that stuff. Thank you. That's very kind of you. I hate it. I hate my own voice. I think I sound like a jackass. But, thank you. Very kind. One day I can be a narrator. No, I'm just kidding. I would rather do like the stupid crazy voices. True. That is true, we all do. But I would love more than anything to be able to like yell crazy words into a microphone or something like that. for pay. Or even for free, actually. Hell, I'll do it for free. So, the grain should just get stored in here by odd jobbers. Fruit. It's getting stored. We have more space for it, so we may as well. How is this guy doing? Yeah, that was something that I always wanted to do. But it's you know, that's a tougher one. You know, a lot of people want to do a lot of that stuff. So it's not easy to get a job in it. So we have all the materials here to make actual fucking babies. Holy shit. Fucking what? And now these guys are making bread. We're doing good here, right? So theoretically, if they make enough bread, what we need to do is expand our production for entledonts. More meat. Something like, you know, this big. 8 people. I can afford to do some shit like this. Actually, you know what? I'm actually gonna do the same size one. Because that way I know exactly how many. It's gonna be 3 workers. And I can kind of flip-flop them around here. We have tons of food days, but that I need for the babies. And we go here, human nursery. Alrighty. Chuck her on there. And then should put a road. Service isn't too bad. I do probably want to have a bigger baker, but the thing about bakers is that as you go, they do produce a significant amount of bread, more than you'd think. Even just the 2 of those guys. What they do need is a hauler. And you don't need to actually even have the worker here. You can just have the hauler set to no worker, and they should bring spare wood. But it seems like they're going pretty fast at taking it. And also, we don't have a lot of odd jobbers anyways. Nice. So 2 of the people here are going to work this. So we're going to need about, I think 30 we could do it. That way we have 7 odd jobbers who can just harvest wild food and edibles. And we'll wait until the end of the harvest. We'll expand the field out a little bit. I wish you could prioritize like what you want them to take. Cause look at all that fruit there. You could definitely have access to it. Cause these 5, oh god, Jesus. These couple humans, it's gonna take them a long time to grow anyways. Now, we don't have the population to start exporting. We really don't have the need for it either. I'll do that though for sure. The bugs, I killed them all. No, I just get bored. The bug playstyle is essentially so simple and so easy that you really can't lose. And I know that's kind of like the fun of it, but I just get like bogged down by like their shapes and the structures and everything, and having not played for like at least 2 days, I had lost all interest in that particular city. Where I almost never lose interest in human cities. It's weird. There's something in the water. Yay. I don't know. I can play like most species if they have like a focus on like open nice flowers and stuff. I like the flowers. Like I think that's one of the main things. Yeah, I mean, some other people might vary in their feelings towards that experience, but I personally get that happening a lot. Damn, the fact that we're accumulating so many fruit. I honestly think we could probably do another baby maker. Why the fuck not, right? Oh, we need stone. Good to know there's some stone right all around us. We may as well just clear cut it while we can. Did mention expanding the grain farm. Probably should do that now. Thank you for joining me, Brown. Have a good night. Appreciate it. I appreciate her. Yeah, we don't have enough odd jobbers to fill that out, so we'll put one there. Oh shit, what was that? I mean, I don't really need that. But thank you. Sweet, cool. Right. So we'll let these babies go. Do their thing. How old are you guys? 71 days. We're about to have our first native babies. As Jake intended. All the way native. Let's sell some shit. Those are bug people. We don't want to talk to them. Thanks for the money, chumps. Environmentally, that should have brought us up like a ton, I think. How much money do I need? Oh wait, it's government, sorry. Riches. Okay. So we'd need about 30,000, so 1,000 per person's not that bad. Really? Okay. So that's 1,000 per capita, I guess. So if we were to sell... We're not making anything right now, so we don't really care about this. Sell the rest of this. That's only 11. Sell that. That should be about close. Yeah, we have a huge fulfillment rate. And we have now 25% native population. We're not going to do slaves. We have no need for them in this city here. We're going to be an entirely democratic nation, stealing from others, using mercenaries and amassing mass amounts of wealth. Hopefully. You never know. Now we have 4 people to kind of work with. What I do want to do is add some housing. It's not perfect, but we could put like a little bench area over here. Matter of fact, why don't we put the rest of our guys in here so we can amass some wood. And then also maybe put some houses down here as well. Yeah, I don't want to take from my fruit gains. That would be a foolish mistake. Those are some good wild harvest right there. There we go. Give him a little bit of a connection now. And this will be good for all the additional humans we're going to start pumping out. Actually, just makes sense to do it like this. The thing though that I was mentioning about the bugs is like I never get tired as a human. There's just something about it, like I always have like a new plan, like I always can picture a new district or a new zone. But with the bugs, I actually have to like pressure myself, and that's been something I don't want to do too much of, especially in 6. It's like put myself through the ringer trying to play it. It's not even for the hard, it's the lack of difficulty with them. You'd have to set rating up to a ton, and then they'd send their like super soldier raider armies after you. I don't know how the rating's gonna work on this one. I might get actually like beat the fuck up, but I'll try to go for like 2 territories or 3. I won't go for like 18 like I always do, at least early on. That way I don't have to worry about neighbor jealousy, but I have a feeling they'll get mad regardless. So now we know that this is getting cleared out. Pretty efficiently clearing it out too. We'll make a road that connects their north and south side, and then kind of build off that. SOS, I know what you're saying, man. The problem with round for me is that it's not... Okay, so if we were building in a game that had 3-dimensional space, you know, Planet Coaster, sorry, something like that, I would probably actually try more rounded shapes than you believe, especially like roundabouts and things like that. If I was playing in City Skylines, any of that stuff, I liked curved roads. Workers resource, I'm building round, but as Songs of Six, it's that like you have to sit there and you have to be like, and you have to do all this, like, it's just so stupid. It always looks like doo-doo. It never looks good. It's a waste of time. It's kind of frustrating because it doesn't always look like it's not round, and it looks round to you, and then in reality it's actually not round, and you still have to do more work to it. So you worked all that time to make something that wasn't round. Where square, it's like, boom, you're there, you are there, you're right in it. You don't have to do nothing. Hold on, I need a square. 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 Look at that. I have a square. Or rather a rectangle. But still, I don't know. It's just the convenience for me, because I can do things like this. I think this is like a cool style, and then I usually will, I think one of my favorites is like a U or a crescent shape, or J's or L's, shapes that, you know, incorporate the structure into it, you know, like this one here kind of has it. And I should probably have a little janitor here. But square is superior. That's all I can say. We do need some wood. These guys should be close, yep. So they'll be in like a good batch. I kind of want to add one more, but that might be a little too much because we'll be growing at a pretty good rate now. This is going to put us at 40, so we can start trading. Never mind. We need 45. But even then, you know what I'll do? It bothers me. That little nub there frustrates me. And it must be removed. And and then it must be straightened out. There must be symmetry or some form of straightness. Somebody died finally. What'd they die from? Where are you? Oh. Died from being cold. Well. That'll do it to you. Alright, so we have this here. We'll do that road all the way, and then, yeah, I think we go all the way straight up too. What's up, Donnie? You're doing thesis work. I'm doing fiendish work. My devilish behaviors. And then what I want to do is plan the full 7 wide road. It's gonna be beautiful. Oh, hell yeah, dude. That's the best way to be. It's having me babbling in the background. I can be quite a proficient babbler. Holy shit, how the fuck are we making so much meat now? But that's cool, man. Yeah, I don't know how much babbling I actually have in me today, though. I was doing, cleaning and stuff. I had to, like, move a stove up a couple flights of stairs after not having done it for, like, a while. And then I remembered how much I hate moving things. And, yeah. Now there's no more stove. I had an additional stove in my kitchen that was taking up space. Of no real reason. No rhyme or reason for it. Should probably expand this here. Also, I want to start making rations, but like, look at the fucking food count, dude. What the heck? Shit. I got planning on. Alright. And then I'll show you fucking round building. Here, let's build the most beautiful building ever. Right? And then probably gonna want to move a warehouse over here for this. Because I'm pretty sure they like space. Yeah, so we might have to actually do less of that. All this is going to get changed up anyways. Now that our main road is done. Right. So this will be the first actual road through the area. I'm trying to think of how I kind of want to do this. I think the best way first would be to put the decorations down. So did another person die? Or dying. I can't stop it. So I think that would be a good separation there. And then we'll do a couple of those down the line. Can't say no. Probably want to do it like that so that there's a 3 space. Right. Then we do a well in here. Because what we're designing here is basically the fundamental structure for the zone. Something like that. And then we'll have obviously the hearth on the other side. But what we want to do first is put this in. So that way kind of matches. Now I could go with more houses in this zone, but I don't want them. This will be kind of like the main road for Fiendopolis, by the way. Or it's Fiendocalypse. That's our faction name, Fiendocalypse. See, now that's the kind of shit I don't like. Don't come near me with that offer. I should probably do the big trees there. And what I intentionally did was leave these zones so that I could put large trees or small ones. I think I want to do these for now. Oh, I forgot to put my benches. So this will be for all rations. I could take these out. So this well should be thoroughly utilized by this. Now the question is, what is it their intention is in the society? I think they're going to be farmers. Yeah. There's space for about 40 people, so we probably should just do a big ass farm. The other problem here too is that even with this wide, I need to have space for more of those. So we have to take off that much. Still a really good farm. Because what we want to do is copy this here. Kind of plaster it along. Eventually we'll do the other side, but this is very expensive. So let's actually dismantle this one here. We can remove most of these homes. Now, having a central shrine would be a good idea. It's not gonna fit perfectly, goddammit. It's either on either side there. I'm actually gonna do a smaller one because they don't even need it that big. There we go. No. Never. I'm never accepting any offers of anything in this game. You think I'm stupid? Put the speaker there. What better place than in the middle of the road? I do really like this little neighborhood I've made. And hopefully once we get this, we'll just take away the other granary. Or the other grain farm, I should say. And that's going to be 17 workers. So what we can do with the rest of this space... It's 27 long. Wait, is that from here to here? 29. There we go. Right. So we've got a bunch of guys here that we can't fit, so we'll take that away. And then whoever we can will work here. But for now, I'll probably set it to like, yeah, 6. But we'll keep adding more. This is not going to get populated either, but we'll just have it with the amount of people here. Because the idea is that the workers will just come and live here now. Oh. I guess I intended it to be one longer anyways, so let's do that. Then that. Take that back. So this sounds good. What I probably want to do is put a janitor. So that's 6 by 7. How does that work here though? I don't know why I can't figure that shape out for some reason. Right? That's way too big though. It's gotta be that. Because that's the outside of it that I'm thinking of. Go. We just want to have a little janitor in this zone. Take care of everything. And then we could probably put the materials haulers in the side here. Now the next thing we probably want to fix over here is the food stall. Okay, set that to stone and wood. So far, so good. We're doing pretty good in this damn city. Ideally, we'll also move these people. It's a beautiful area, I know, but we could reduce our maintenance cost by some by doing this. And then what I do want to do is have a warehouse the main problem is they have 5 foods they like. So I think we put it over here. So 10 crates. Then we copy the settings over here. We take all this shit away too now. The only thing we need is this building to be close to here. See, the main thing for me is I'm constantly creating and disassembling and reassembling zones and doing all this stuff. Just seems smart for me. I like to make the little starter zone and then I make my real zone after the fact. Oops. Oh, whatever. Doing good on babies. We got 5 new ones. We should have a couple new ones coming in soon from there. This building will drop down to about maybe 10. We can dismantle this and this. So the main goal would be to actually move this thingy down. And actually maybe even just tweak the settings here actually. Because technically this building is unnecessary. And this thing as a block is pretty useful. He doesn't need to store any of the bread. We have storage for that elsewhere. So we'll store herbs and grain. Right. We moved our entire city successfully here. Technically, I should have left double lane roads so that I could put these, but it's okay. And I think what I'll want to do is actually flip the food stalls to the other side now. Or not now, but later, because we don't need to worry. We have good services. But eventually we'll need like triple this or quadruple. We still got 30 house slots. I think I'm gonna keep that road there anyways. It's probably not a good or equal amount here. It's just one off, it's alright. We don't really have much of value right now, so we have to just have like a humble little throne zone. But eventually we will have value. I promise. So now that we have this as like a unit, what I want to do is actually take it and then like maneuver it over here. Yeah. That looks good. That way those services are spread out enough. Let's just do that really quickly, get it out of the way. Oh. Well, that would probably be my problem right there. I have way too many guys working there. And another thing I've been wanting to do also is I need a specific warehouse dedicated to just stone and wood. It's kind of more of a storage warehouse anyways, so I don't care if it has tons of space. So we're gonna go like this, and just clear all of this, and also have them just fell all the trees. How's my native population? 50%. Hopefully soon they all die off. I'm sure that's a player in the game. Like an actual like player from the Street R6 Discord. Well, I had lots of spare fruit, so why not? The last thing I want to do here is actually make a true fruit farm. And I honestly think I could just do that by editing it now. Like this. It's not bad. I'm not gonna be able to sow the whole field. Put a couple extra people in here. A couple extra ones in here. So we need a total of 17 workers for this. We may as well put them all in here now. Ah, dang, I did say I was gonna have this as my food zone, huh? Oh well. Might be better off here. Between the two. Did I slightly put them off? Yeah, I did. I'm trying to think. I honestly think I need to move them over anyways. So it's better that I did it that way. And then we have these fit in here. And then kind of dismantle the ones that are wrong. Just because my OCD is going to drive me crazy. Makes sense too, then I could take these out. We'll have to change the janitor and everything else in this zone a little bit around. Challenge is now getting this to line up properly without, like, utterly demolishing the Entledome pasture. I think I do this. The pasture goes here for right now. Suspend it. Dismantle that. Well, technically I don't even need to do that. I can just expand it to here. Alright. Should have slaughtered all my animals too. That would have been smart. Oh well. And we can put this down here. How we had it. And then return this motherfucker. But one more over so we can put the torches in. That will allow me to sleep at night. Happily. It wants 19 people. That's okay. That move wasn't so bad. And then we can do this. So we're pretty close to getting the next population title. Go. This will be the final upgrade for the zone, because we're never going to touch this again. I just want to make sure that I don't have to look back at it and be like, oh no, it's not the right size. What do I do with this zone? Actually, I'd probably do it like that. That way they can access it through that door, and then they'll stock it through that back door there. So now, meat, bread, fruit, some mushrooms, and a single worker. I would think about putting some fisheries in, but this sucks. That's some ass water right there. See, I didn't even leave room in for the canal, which means I should plan it now. Canal will run across the street from over here, like so, and we'll go down like so. Actually, yeah, no, that's good. We just want to make sure it doesn't have that weird like roof thing that it gets. Now I think we could do a third baby maker. Nice, we got some money. It's probably either that or somebody died. Actually, probably should build a custom-made nursery next to the fruit farm. So that's 5, 20. $30 seems like a lot, but really it's not. Also, is there anything we can export of value? Not particularly. Oh, we got an upgrade. What was... When the heck did I get that? Well, roads is always a good one. Oh yeah, I do want to get a graveyard too. Not really useful or necessary, but I like it. There we go. Put a pathway in. Hopefully we can fit the rest in with flowers. Yeah, nice. We have a graveyard here. We can actually get rid of the cruddy old pit that I've got over here. And I'm gonna do the pools for the last one. Or rather, we'll just do... We'll build the canals. But we probably won't run the pumps or anything. Just so that they're visually there. I don't actually remove them. Because I can't get the cut stone yet. I would need that to actually build a pool. Pretty soon we're gonna clear out all this cut stone, or this stone here. And we're gonna need to actually get a mine. Didn't even realize that right there. I forgot, you need to have double walls there to work. I do want to test something though. See, it just keeps pushing it over. It's whatever. You can never get it all perfect. Shit. I forgot to fucking pay attention to this. There we go. It exceeds the current amount of people that we can use, though, I believe. Yeah. We'll be pumping out babies pretty fast with this thing, and we already have the space designated for these buildings, which is the best part. So what we need now is a real baker. I know how I'm gonna fix these. I'm gonna wait till this, and then I'm gonna build that, and then I'm also gonna build this wall here. I keep doing a lot of different things, but it's just because I know it's gonna bother me that those don't connect right there. But what I can do, same thing here. What I can do is actually try to build something into that shape. So I'll probably put a new baker. He is leaving space for these auxiliary ovens. You don't really get much space with them. Refineries are a tougher building to work with. That way I can put the auxiliaries in the middle. Yeah, perfect. Then I put the storage on the edge. We don't even need a large storage, we'll just do that right there. So this will be the new baker. This building will probably have to get fixed or moved over. So we have the new baker going here. Destroy the old baker. Now I want to give him access to grain. Something like that. I think the best way to work this into the shape would be to do this. Come back around here. Yeah, that way we can do this. Because this is going to be another building for storage. Right, and then we have our ration maker probably right here. Yeah, that's the challenge here. Yeah, I can do it like that, because I really don't care to have storage space. There we go. 8 workers is perfect. And then the rest of this whole zone back here is going to be for the warehouse. Built it all into one thing here so that they deliver bread to here, to here, to here, all over. Matter of fact, we should probably have a doorway connecting them. Kind of wanted to let that get out of the way, but I think I can make do with it like this. Make sure these are in here. Mevian chuds. Mevian chuds are not allowed in here. By decree of the fiend, I will slaughter all the Mevians at the gates before you even enter my city. Mevians don't even know how to read or write or spell. Do anything. While the humans over here are just falling out of control on a Tuesday. Whatever day it is, I think it's Thursday. Holy shit, I do not need that many guys working here. Alright, so set this all the way up. 1 worker. That means I can put these guys here. Then we can do that. And then this will be 2 for that, and then the rest for this. And they should just auto-fill it, but we'll put a worker there just because. Set this down to 1 person. So now if I check this, should be pretty good. How do you make a bigger warehouse? So did you see what I was doing when I built this warehouse? You have to essentially make pillars inside the warehouse, which allow for you to put larger amounts of space at the cost of those pillars being in there. But it's pretty efficient. You basically have to make sure that so the more pillars that are lined up, or walls I should say, inside. So I'll do an example. So let's go to warehouse here. If I draw a big old warehouse, the further away from the wall I am, you see there's a blue, the bigger the pillar, the more I get. So I could do something like that over here, or it might have to be like kind of here. You know, you can kind of fuck with it, you know. You can do with things like this, but you see, yeah, there's one missing there. You can do that. You can get a little creative with however you want to do it, so long as there's no yellow. But ideally you'd want to go for like I find that you can get 7 across if you have a line, and then you can usually get away with like 5 at the ends. No, it's just this. I'm shift clicking so that I can draw these in, and then I have it regular selected, so I could just remove them. So there's shift click that lets me do those pillars, and the other way is kind of do that. And then you can right click to undo everything. I don't know how I picked up that. I think I've just played so much that I like naturally picked up how to do all this stuff. Let's put some lights in here so that our boys get all their lighting fulfilled. And this is pretty good. This is what we want to see. So these guys, we could plop up a couple bakers. And as we're making large sums of babies now, we'll be pretty good. Having 100 people is going to be a crazy amount though. So we might want to set it to be 150 max. That way we can kind of control our populace here. What I don't understand is how we have 30 food days with this much food. Feels like you'd need more. But I guess not. An eclipse. I hope it kills all of my fucking old immigrants. No. I could get a fuck ton of immigrants if I wanted to. I prefer to do it the slow, steady grind, because if you look, I've got that fulfillment. The faster you grow in Songs of Six, the more problems you have. So you can see, like, right now, my biggest problem is I don't have enough people, right? But I have these big fruit farms and grain farms and the Entel Dome pasture and all this stuff. I do have, which a lot of people don't usually go for, is this. Now, it doesn't give you much. You can see they don't even care if they have immigrants. It's only 1.5 on that. But it is something. It is something. And it helps to have that little bit of boost, in my opinion. Because eventually you can educate them. And then when you educate them and you have them going, like, they get going. But it's strictly the way I like to play. I'm just a big fan of it. And I'm playing more like chilled back, laid back style. But it also lets me do cool shit like this, which I like to see. I just find the immigrants really make your game harder. It's interesting. I also should be giving them a little bit of service, food servings, I mean. It's not necessary at this point, but all that food is gonna rot anyways. What can we do? to make our city more efficient. More roads. Funding roads. Probably also gonna get a huge boost in babies. Yeah. I'm gonna chuck them all into here. What I think I need to do is start exporting excess food. Maybe not. I lied. Just because it's always like a dicey call. So we can do that. And now we could probably plop a couple extra guys into the rations and the bacon. That is the one thing I don't like in our city, the way it's just like sitting on the side there. Just do it this way, I think. I also kind of want to convert these. Just because. You can see our fulfillment's very high for where it's at. It's more than 4 times what we need. So if we had, I believe this is how it would work, 400 people, we should be good. But our fulfillment rate is roughly good for 400 people. Now it's keeping up with the food though. You need to make sure your food rate stays the same, which is your food days too. The growth of my people, as it were, does actually change that. But we're about to hit our cap, which is 150. There should only be denim fucks kind. Wow. That's crazy. Might even be worth upgrading this, just because food is like super important. And trying to think here. The meat coming from this is very good, and I like Entledome pastures. So what we could do is what we need to do is start actually saving the livestock and the meat in a proper place. It's not the same size as what we have over there. It's okay. Ah, come on. So we'll slaughter all these little guys here. Take that back. Probably put another grain farm there or something. And then we'll have this Entledome over here. Warehouse. Not big, not too big though. Alright. So what we can do is set these buildings to this, have a worker, and then I want to just add another one. Oops. So leave some space for torches. Then we can just add one more of these and we'll get the 50 boost. I don't want to go for the stone mine now, as I don't want to go for a higher population without having stone being mined. Probably like 8 guys is good, yeah. Dang, that's expensive. Alright, perfect. So we're gonna put that there, and then we're gonna build a little janitor across town, and then put a house. As well as a hearth. And sure, we'll put a well. So they should eventually get to doing that. We also need to put another one of these bad boys. Probably put them over here. So you just got a bunch of babies right there. Yep, now they're all coming in. Bunch of new people. Work. And they'll get to work up here. Oh, you know what we do need actually is... I thought I was right. I needed a double house. But we'll need another one just for the spare workers that are over here. This should cover everything in this area. There we go. My new workers are here. I also like the natives for this reason. They kind of just... Once you get them going, they get going. Now we've got this all set. We've got 8 stone miners working here, and we can actually just set this to furniture and then dismantle this guy, because stone we don't need to get. We've already got it right here. We'll give him a decoration. Get most of this covered because it's going to be entirely lived in zone here. And it's my big weak spot, is always forgetting to put down torches. Right. We can also dismantle this one. Probably should get a hauler for stone. Eventually I'm going to start cutting it. It's very incentivized to try to get Garthimi slaves and do it, but I'm not gonna stick by my guns. Also, this should not have yet. Okay, good. We're at our population max. Ideally, we would chuck that many more people in there. So this little zone is self-sustained. I could think about making new zones elsewhere. But I think I'm going to save that for a future feed, as I've been going for quite some time today. But I do appreciate everyone joining me. And we'll be back. I expect to be playing this city for the next couple days, or the whole weekend. Probably longer, so sure to join me in the next ones. Goodbye.